Hello, Uncle Spurt here, and today we're checking out the stiffy-inducing Antigravity A1. This exceptionally clever dinky wee drone packs an 8K 360-degree camera, which can live stream to these rather attractive VR goggles while in flight. So yeah, it actually feels like you're soaring through the sky. It certainly beats strapping yourself to a wee bit of metal and fabric and then hoying yourself off a cliff. So let's check out the Antigravity A1 in action, and a massive thanks to Antigravity for sponsoring this video. Keep the old lights on at TechSpurt Towers. Cheers! Now you can snaffle an Antigravity A1 in a number of different bundles. This right here is the Infinity bundle. And this contains absolutely everything you need to get started with the Antigravity A1. Here's the TLDR version. And all those bits are stuffed inside of a lovely carry case. Where to begin? Now the drone itself comes packed inside of a box inside of the case, so it's super secure. We've also got a battery charging hub and 3 high-capacity flight batteries. You got those sexy VR goggles, which come with their own big old beefy battery. And you've also got the anti-gravity joystick. And then you got a whole bunch of bonus accessories, including, thankfully, spare propellers. Because if you're flying abilities or anything like your Uncle Spurt, those are going to come in very handy indeed. And I've also got an Antigravity A1 landing pad, a replacement lens kit, and absolutely vital, a microSD memory card so I can actually record some footage. Now setup is about as quick and easy as it gets. All you need to do is install the Antigravity app for iOS or Android. It'll pair up all of the various bits. Now the design of the Antigravity A1 drone is pleasingly compact, so it's easy to carry about, and it's lightweight as well at just 249 grams. It feels reassuringly durable, constructed from sturdy plastic. The battery is removable, slips into a rear orifice, so you can whip out a used one and slip in a fresh one, ready for another bout of sky action. Got a USB-C port there for charging and file transfer as well, right next to the microSD memory card slot. And you'll see you've got a couple of 180-degree lenses, one up here on top of the Antigravity A1 and the other housed underneath. Now don't worry about that bottom one, because this is protected by the landing gear. These will retract when you take off and then pop right out again when you're about to land. And as a further reassurance, those camera lenses are fully replaceable, so if you do happen to scratch one up, no worries, just whip it off, slap on a new one, job done. And plenty of other safety measures slapped on here, including a pair of sensors up front for obstacle avoidance. And for added reassurance, Antigravity also offers propeller guards for the A1, which snap on nice and easy. Now as for the Antigravity A1's goggles, well, these don't come with a built-in battery, so you're going to have to hook up to the bundled external battery, which you can then just slip over your head, dangle around your neck. And the advantage of having an external battery is the goggles weigh just 340 grams. So this means they're super comfortable to slap on your face, even if you're literally wearing them for hours at a time, no worries. And of course they look supremely sexy, so you'll want to wear them for hours at a time. How are you doing? Now these goggles offer a 90-degree field of view, not quite as wide as more recent MetaQuest headsets, for instance, but good enough for an immersive view of your surroundings when you take to the skies. Those displays are beautifully sharp as well, 2560 by 2560 pixel resolution per eye, so you can enjoy a detailed glimpse of whatever the drone is seeing. Now once you've found yourself a nice clear bit of space to take off, it's nice and easy. Basically just push up on a slider on that grip controller and away you go. And you really do have a full seamless 360-degree view. The drone doesn't get in the way at all thanks to the clever dual camera design. Now steering the Antigravity A1 is ridiculously easy in the default control mode. Literally all you have to do is aim your arm in a direction, pull the trigger on the grip controller, and you'll fly in that direction. You don't even have to be looking in that direction. You can literally be staring at the ground, pointing your arm in the air and pulling that trigger so the drone rises up while you stare at everything that's going on below. It's so intuitive, literally takes seconds to master. You won't even have to think about the controls, unlike when you're using a dual thumbstick pad thing. So simple, even a total noob like myself, or even a small child, can get to grips with this thing in 0 time. But hey, if you do fancy yourself a bit of a drone maestro, well, no worries. There is a first-person view mode you can also flip to at any point for a bit more precise control. And don't stress if you get a bit close to trees, buildings or whatever, because the built-in obstacle avoidance will stop the Antigravity A1 before collision. So super safe. You can even pilot this thing after half a bottle of single malt. But one of the best things about the Antigravity A1 is its flexibility. For instance, you've also got a sky path feature on here, which allows you to plot out a route for the drone to follow before it even takes off. And then you can simply enjoy looking around the place, taking in the view as the Antigravity A1 soars through the sky, precisely where you told it to go. Or alternatively, if you want the drone to follow along as you run, cycle, ski, or whatever, well, no worries. You won't need an assistant to steer the Antigravity A1. Just stick it on deep track mode and it'll follow a single subject wherever they roam. And hey, if you are a drone noob, but you still want to pull off some of those crazy aerial maneuvers that you see all the pros doing, well, that's nice and easy here on the Antigravity A1. Now, if you head on into the Sky Genie feature, well, this allows you to perform complex aerial maneuvers like spiral ascents and oval orbits without actually having any piloting skills to speak of. And it's a great way of capturing some ridiculously impressive looking footage, even if you are completely cack-handed at all this drone stuff. And I got to admit, I was surprised that I didn't feel even the least bit queasy during any of my regular drone flights. If you do try and pull off some of the more complex aerial maneuvers, you can maybe start to feel a little bit like, woo, maybe take it a little bit easy for a moment. But overall, it's such an enjoyable experience. And the Antigravity A1 also supports a few funky little bonus features that are enjoyable, if not exactly essential. For instance, the goggle's external display will show anyone else who's stood around you exactly what you're seeing, so they can enjoy the flight right there alongside you, albeit of course in not quite as immersive fashion. And there's also a virtual cockpit feature which you can switch on if you want to. And this will add a cartoon effect to your flight, so it feels like you're bombing around in a spaceship or on the back of a ruddy great dragon. Probably more one for the kiddywinks, that one. And then when you're finally done piddling about up there where the air is clear, well, there's a handy return to home button right there on the grip controller. So just long press that and the drone will return to wherever it took off from, be it the landing pad or whatever. Now, the Antigravity A1 drone's regular battery is good enough for 24 minutes of regular flight, but you can upgrade to a higher capacity battery, which will gift you 39 full minutes of flight time. But as I mentioned, it's easy enough to whip out that battery and replace it with another one. So 3 regular batteries would give you well over an hour of full-on flight. And I do love Antigravity's power hub, which can charge up 3 batteries simultaneously. You'll just have to remember you also need to charge the grip controller and of course the goggle's external battery. Now, the Antigravity A1 drone comes with 30 gigs of built-in storage. You can also expand this by slipping in a micro SD memory card. And then this massively boosts the available space for recording your entire flight. You can shoot footage at up to 8K resolution, while the screen recording feature captures everything you see in flight, complete with your commentary. In my case, mostly, bloody hell, I'm a bit high like, or if I was a pigeon, I would absolutely cack on that kid's head. And what you'll end up with is glorious 360-degree video footage of the drone's journey, which can be enjoyed post-flight using the Antigravity's goggles. All you gotta do is whip out that micro SD memory card, slip it into your goggles, and away you go. Or alternatively, you can also upload that footage to your Windows or Mac computer and edit it using the Antigravity Studio. So you can tinker around with that 360-degree file, so at least you don't have to worry about framing while you're actually flying the drone about, because you can basically pick any viewpoint you like once you're done. And you can also mess around with different presets to get a specific kind of view. Overhead view is pretty good if you're whizzing along at a great old height. And there's also special effects like the tiny planet view, quite dramatic. Or hey, if you don't happen to have your laptop with you, well, no worries, you can actually quickly edit the footage right there on your smartphone. Just tap the editor tab down here at the bottom of the screen. You got some pretty decent tools here, so you can snip out the best bits. Again, pick absolutely any angle you like to get the best viewpoint. Or if you can't even be arsed with that, well, no worries, there's also an auto edit feature which can trim your flight footage and convert it into something worth sharing using a good bit of AI, obviously. Picking out the most interesting moments and viewpoints. before slipping on some suitably cheesy background music and effects. You've got quite a wide variety of templates you can choose from, which add on all kinds of different effects. You can of course customize any text and other bits that pop up on screen, and then export at your chosen aspect ratio, be it 16:9 or a bit of 9:16 if you're going to stick it on the likes of TikTok or YouTube Shorts, so you can share your flight with the entire world. And there you have it, my lovelies. That in a tasty wee nutshell is the fresh new Antigravity A1 drone. An ideal way to take to the skies, especially if you're a drone noob, with those super intuitive controls, and get a fully immersive 360-degree experience which you can record and share with the world. Massive thanks again to Antigravity for sponsoring this video, keeping the old lights on at Techspert Towers. Please do check out the link in the video description if you want to snaffle your very own Antigravity A1 drone. Have yourselves a ruddy, wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everybody, love you!